Hey everybody, welcome back again. So if you are looking to clear your CKS exams, then you are actually on the right channel. So in case you don't know me, I'm the founder of CodeJanitor and I'm also recently CKS certified. So let's get you certified also the right way. So CKS is very difficult and you really must know what you're doing, otherwise you are going to be fighting against time. So we are going to solve some of the tough questions that CKS love to throw at our way so that you can come to the exams much more prepared. So let's go to my resource. And again, if you want access to the same resource that I'm going to use in this practice set, then you can check in the description down below to find the link to also get access to the platform. So first of all, we need to prep our environment. So we go to Killer Coder and then ensure that we are in the CKS playground. And then I will copy my command here. So copy my code here. And then I'll say vim prep.sh, create this file, not this one we want. Okay, not this one we want. So let's quit it. View the code and then copy it. So clear the screen, vim prep.sh, paste the code here, save it. Now give it executable permission, prep. Now we can prep our environment with question 1. So let's say prep, let's run it by prep question 1. Nice. Now our question 1 has been prepped. Also, let's copy the check file. So view, I will have to copy all this code. And then I'll go back to my playground. So vim check I can't spell, check.sh, and then I'll paste it here. Now I'll save it and then I'll give again executable permission, chmod, and then you will go here. Now let's check. So run the check file for question 1. Now you can see our cluster is being broken correctly. So let's see this kind of question. So we might face a question like, a recent security scan reported an insecure kubelet and etcd settings on a kubeadm based cluster. So there is a kubeadm based cluster, and then we have run a report security scan, and then now we have the report that anonymous authentication is enabled, so our task is to disable it. Now authorization is also set to always allow, and we are going to remove it from there. And now we are being tasked to use webhook for the authorization. Okay, the next task is also to fix the following etcd findings. Ensure client certificate authentication is enabled. So we need to ensure that the etcd also allows client certificate authentication, and then we can restart the affected component, no problem. So let's see what we can do with such a task. So now when you see such a task, and please, when you go to the exams, what I've found out is from question number 1 to question number 7, it's always very difficult. So in my first attempt, I didn't pass because I wasted a lot of time trying to fix those questions to get all those points. But then I decided in my second attempt that no, I'm going to start from the back because from the back there are medium questions that you can actually solve fast. So I was very fast solving them from the back, and then when I got down all the way down to question number 1, then I've completed all my tasks completely. So if you want, you can also do it that way, start from the back instead of starting from question number 1 upwards, because it takes a lot of brain power. Now let's try and solve this question. So we need to find out where kubelet file is, the file that we need to edit. So it says a recent security scan reported insecure kubelet. Please don't go into let's say ls etcd kubernetes manifest. Don't go into the API server to try and configure this, because it's saying kubelet. We need to find a path for kubelet. Okay, how do we find a path for kubelet? If you know, then you know. If you don't know, this is the strategy I use. So I need to find the file path for kubelet. So system, remember sudo. Okay, otherwise nothing will work during the exams. Be comfortable with sudo. Let it be your friend. Sudo system ctl status, and then you say kubelet. So we need the kubelet service. Let's find out. Okay, kubelet service is running. Now we need to copy the file path here. We need to look inside this file, what is inside there. So let's copy this one here and then quit here. I'll clear the screen so you can see. So cat and then the file path d and then 10 kubeadm.config. Nice. Now we have the environment kubeconfig here as well. So we are looking for a file with config.yaml. So now boom, we can see there is a file here called config.yaml. That is the file we need. Okay, that is the file we need to edit for kubelet. So now I'll copy this file path. It's easy to go into var lib kubelet kubeconfig.yaml, but if you don't know, the exams is not going to give you any clue how you're going to find it. So if you don't know where they live, then it's going to be difficult for you. So this is how I will find it. I'll clear the screen now. Now I would say sudo again. Please love sudo. Okay, sudo vim and then the file path here. Good. Now we can see the anonymous authentication is enabled. So go back to the question. Ensure anonymous authentication is disabled. So it is false. You say false. Okay, please don't write disable. I've seen people writing disable. Please, it's false. It's true or false. The values are true or false over there. And then we also need to ensure authorization mode is not always allowed. Use webhook based authentication and authorization where appropriate. So wherever it is appropriate, we need to ensure we are using webhook. I'll copy webhook. No, don't copy it. So authorization mode is set to always allow always. So we need to change it to webhook. Nice. And then what more can we change? So I think we need to enable webhook. So you can see webhook is also disabled here. So we need to enable it. So true here. Nice. I think that's all. That's all we need to do for the section 1. So I'll save this file. And then let's see what more. We also fix the following etcd finding. Ensure client certificate authentication is enabled. First of all, go to the documentation, search for etcd, open the first one, and then what does it say? It says client certificate authentication. So it is client auth. So client, I'll search for client auth, client certificate auth. Yes, that is it. Copy this one. Now we need to find where the etcd lives. So etcd is always here. So ls etc kubernetes manifest, and then we can see we have the etcd here. So sudo again, please sudo, otherwise it will not work for you. Okay, sudo sudo vim and then etc kubernetes manifest and then etcd.yaml. This is the file we need to do. So all we need to do under the command, we need to add a new key pair here. So its value is going to be client certificate authentication. So ensure that it's not already there. Okay, so client set auth, it's already there. So all we need to do is to enable it. So true, please, again, it is true or false for this variable here. Okay, not enable. If you go and write enable, then your Kube API won't start, and then you see that your system is being crashing, so you would lose point for this. Okay, I will save it. I will save this one. Now I'll clear the screen. Okay, now we also need to restart the affected component. So we did something with the etcd. Whenever we edit etcd files, it's restart by itself, so we don't need to do anything with it. But we did something with kubelet, so we need to restart kubelet. So sudo systemctl daemon reload. First of all, reload the daemon, and then we need to restart the kubelet. Systemctl restart kubelet. Very simple. Very simple. When you are done, you get all the marks for this. Okay, I want you to be able to get all marks when you go to the exams. Okay, so let's check our work and then see. It's number 1. Now we can see we are passing successfully. So again, remember, please don't just watch the video, practice, because the exams is very difficult, and if you can't practice it, then actually it's going to be a big problem for you when you sit the exams. Okay, so it says one check failed because the API server is not reachable. It's because it's restarting now, so that's why it says that. But again, when you are done with this, you have successfully completed the task. And when you are done, please, even if when you are done and then your API server is not up, please move on to the next question. Otherwise, you will just wait for your API server to come up, and then you keep on wasting time. Okay, so please don't forget to check the description down below to get access to the same material and practice extensively, so that come your exam day, you can really clear the exams. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for the next videos.